Hello, it's Dave Dunn here at Fastflow, and in this video we're going to be talking about adding downloads to your page. So these are protected downloads that you've added inside the protected content area in FastMember. And if we go to protected files, if you remember, we uploaded some files through FTP and then we added them to the product here. So these yearly products, these are part of this yearly product. Now we can add protected remote files, but first I'll just show you how to add these protected files. So if we edit a page, and we have a few options here. So the simplest option that we can choose is basically choose a button from the WordPress editor itself, and then give the button a title, maybe give it a background color. And in this box here, we want to type /download / the name of your file. So we're going to just go to our FTP and copy the name of the file and just paste it there. And if we update this and view the page, you see there's a download button, and if we click that button, the file starts downloading. Now if you're not a member of the product, so let's say we added this on the add it on the monthly product, protected files, make sure that's the right one, AWS key settings. And if we remove that file from the yearly product, now if we reload this page and just try to download that file again, you see we get redirected to the sales page for that product. So that's the simplest way to do it. Now we can come back in, let's just remove this block here. And we can actually use a shortcode as well for FastMember. So there's a FastMember shortcode here. And we can choose download link, and then you'll see that the files that you've added to your site, they're going to appear in a list here. So let's go back to that AWS key settings. We can give the link a title, and we can even include an image. So let's just stick with the title, insert and update. And then if we refresh this page, because we're not because that file isn't part of that product yet, it won't be visible. So let's go back to protected content, protected files, add that to the product, reload the page, and now the file appears. So we can click download and it downloads. So that's another way of adding a download link. We can have an image here, so maybe we have the image in our library. So let's say we chose this image here, and we come back, and what we're going to do is add the shortcode again. So we'll just go here, download link, select the file, and then we can paste the image here. So if we insert the download link, you see the image URL is now added between those quotes. If we update this, and then let's reload the page, you see there's an image here, and you can click the image and it will start downloading. Now there is another way that we can add the download content. So basically we have the Fast Buttons plugin. So Fast Buttons here, and we can use one of these download buttons, and using the shortcode for that button, we can add the download link inside there, which I'll cover in another video. So let's have a look now at the protected content for the protected remote files. So these are the ones that have been added on Amazon. let's choose a different file. So we'll use this PayPal Smart Buttons video. And we want to basically use this protected URL. So basically we can copy that URL, come to the page. Let's get rid of this block just to make things simpler. And like we did before, we use the button. And then we can paste in that protected URL. And if we visit that page now, reload, you see there's a download link, and if you hover over it, you'll see the protected URL. If you click it, the file will open depending on the settings that you've set on Amazon. So if you set on Amazon for it to be, I'll show you quickly. But if we go to Amazon, so if we select the file and then if we get info, and then we can edit the metadata. Now you can do this inside Amazon S3 in the browser, and I'll create a dedicated video for this, but I'm quickly going to show you what happens if we set content disposition and it says attachment here. So this is using CyberDuck, it automatically does it. Just hit enter. And so the content disposition now is an attachment. So if we go back to the site and close that, go back on this page. So let's reload the page. And now we click the download link. The file actually starts downloading instead of opening in your browser. So that's a useful little tip to know if you're using Amazon S3. We can also add to the page using the shortcode. So let's get rid of this block. So let's choose the classic editor, the fast member icon. And let's choose download link. And then we can choose this video that's here, PayPal Smart Buttons, and then download. And again, we can use a button image, just insert, and you'll see it gives us the entire URL for where that file is located. And if we just update it, and now reload this page, and you see if you hover over it, it'll actually create the protected link for you. So we just need to click it. And it'll start downloading as the attachment. So there is another shortcut to show you. So depending on how you want to set things up, you can actually have a shortcode to add all download links. So depending on the product, so let's say yearly, insert shortcode, and that's going to basically create a list of downloads on your page. So let's just reload that. And then you can see here, these are all the files that have been added in the protected content. So both this part and this part. And this is for that particular product. So they're all there in a list. So depending on how you want to deliver your downloads, you may want to just have a quick list of files that someone can download. Or you may want to have individual buttons. Or you may want to have images. So there is one last thing I want to show you regarding the downloads. So if we go back to protected content, and you'll see here on the protected remote files, there's actually a CSV export. So if you have a big list of files here, and you want to actually get some details, so you've got the original URL and the protected URL, we can actually do a CSV export. That's going to download a CSV file for you. So if we go find that file, and you'll see the file that's been downloaded here. So we can preview it on the Mac just pressing the spacebar. Basically, it's created a file that's a CSV. You can open it in an Excel or in a text document. And it's just basically a list of the file names, the URLs, and the protected URLs. So if I actually open that, we'll open it in Sublime Text. So I'm opening it in our text editor. So you'll see here we can actually see the values that have been added. So you can see there's commas there. And there's a comma there. And if you need to copy them, you can just copy them straight out of here. So it's useful if you want to open them, say you want to open them in an Excel spreadsheet. So you've got a whole list of these files, and then you know all the protected URLs. And we can basically use that as a reference for adding, say, download buttons to your page. So if you were using, for example, this button here, you'd have a list of the files and you just keep adding the different URLs into each of these buttons. And it'll just streamline your workflow, so that'll make things a bit simpler for you to get your buttons added to the site. Now, as I said, I'll show you how Fast Buttons works, which is even simpler, and it will speed up your process of adding buttons to the website.